Hello, dear folks. Welcome to the show, Jack Chow on East West with G&E TV. Education is a subject that we hang on to for quite as long as we started this show, because we do understand that it's the key that holds everything. Your economy, your future, your everything is in there. And also, it is so related to our audiences because quite a few of you are or happen to be somebody's parents, right? So, right now we're talking about summer, and some summer programs have started already. And among them, we notice there are quite some international programs, educational programs that are going on that are catching lots of eyes. So, today we're talking about them. Together, we're talking about in the summer, you're preparing your kids for next term, for next year, including preparing their college approach. So together, we make it one show to discuss, right? So with me, I have two wonderful friends, long-standing friend. First, right hand, on my right hand, Tina Yao. Culture and education exchange specialist.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
So
correct.
welcome, Tina, to the show.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
you look
also
beautiful.
Thank you.
You lost weight?
Oh, maybe it's the color black.
You've never been overweight anyway, right? Good.
Thank you.
And to her right, my good friend, Aaron Rose, a wonderful college planner, and also academically, he had quite achievement that we need to talk about during the show, right? So to you, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Right. And in my lead line, I mentioned about the importance of this subject. And do you think I'm overstressing it, or, well, you would comment about the subject itself, please.
Well, if you ask a plumber what they need in their house, they need more plumbing. And if you ask an educator what somebody needs in their life, they're going to tell you more education. So
Okay.
I can't tell you that you're wrong when it
I'm
comes to
very
talking
sorry
about
you put education and plumbing together. How about something else? Like roofing. Talk about roofing, all right?
My point is that I've dedicated my life to education, and so I can absolutely agree with you that education is one of the most important things
Sure.
that we take on in our lives.
Very good, very good. And I know along with the development of a relationship between China and the United States, so there are lots of cooperations, lots of, call it collaboration going on in between the two countries, group by group. So in the area of education though, what do you do? What guys are involved, please? Tina, you've been busy lately, so you just came back from China.
Yes,
right?
and come back soon this week.
Oh,
Again.
good. All right.
Yeah, because this is a pretty busy time as for summer for us, and we do exchange program, and especially in summer, hundreds of students we will bring to America, and also we have another program bring kids and teachers from American to China. Yeah, and I think
see.
Yeah,
I
we
see.
have a few
So,
programs.
good. And on this list, while I'm doing my homework, I found out from your website that you have a term, you have a program called Leadership Exploration Academic Programs.
Yes.
So, can you, what is that, please?
Well, Tina and I have been working together for the last few years to develop a program to bring American teachers into China's schools to help Chinese students to get an idea about what an American classroom would feel like. So we go in and we shake things up a little bit. We have students get up and out of their seats, and we have them engage in different subjects that are all taught in English. Subjects such as web design, public speaking, Model UN, and a variety of other classes, so that instead of just learning English by itself, put it into a context and give these students a real exposure to American teachers.
I see. So there are both ways. Teaching English is one thing, and showing them how classes are taught in America is the other, right?
Especially, teach them how to, critical thinking, and how to, how to say, reading and how to say.
Yeah, reading skills.
Yeah, reading skills and yeah, hang out with people.
Oh,
Yeah, and,
intercommunication skills,
result
right?
is very good. You know, during the short time program, we usually do 7 days to 10 days. But in the end, you know, just like American students, you know, in China, students after school and school every day just reading books and practice. But in America,
I see.
yeah, everybody, you know, get off school at before 3 p.m.
Sure, sure.
We do the same thing, and the result is after 7 days and 10 days, everybody can standing on the stage show what they learn. This is very important.
I see. Good, good, good. Of course, Aaron, for you guys to have come to a conclusion of establishing such a program, you must have done lots of study, right? And you yourself, for example, you were in China for 12 years, good solid 12 years, doing your own study, doing your own research, stuff, that you must have the thorough understanding about Chinese teaching system, educational system, or classroom rules, or whatever, so on and so forth, as a whole. And of course, let alone that you know what happened, what is happening in the United States. So, by judging, by looking at two sides, though, what do you think they have in common? What do you think they have as differences?
Well, I think students the world over are inspired to learn. Not all students,
All right.
but there's a spectrum. And so right now what we see in Chinese students is a very strong drive for test-centered education.
I know that.
And with
I'm a result of that.
the biggest difference is the biggest difference in American education is more critical thinking focused and more student centered, whereas in China you see much more focused on the system and putting students into that system. So we're trying to help these students in China to get a better sense of how to cross that big divide, because within those two very broad definitions, you have the culture which seeps in, and that takes a long time to explain and understand.
Of course, yeah.
So we try to give these students a taste of that by bringing American teachers who have never been to China, who are unaccustomed to a Chinese classroom, and with just a little bit of a preparation, let these teachers struggle with the Chinese students, and the Chinese students struggle with the teachers in America, so that they can start to feel what that might be like if they were going to come to America.
In other words, you are not saying exactly this is the way we want you guys to do. You're saying that you just bring them together, let them using their own brains, judging by what they see each other, to work a way out themselves.
Absolutely, because students and teachers are both very creative. People in general have a lot of creative ability. And if you put them in the right environment, then that ability can be caused to flourish and come out. So we do try to keep the structure pretty simple, just putting American teachers with great subjects that are interesting, such as filmmaking, or like I mentioned, into a setting where they have to get out of their comfort zone. The students, instead of sitting down like they're normally used to in perfect order and
yeah, like this or this.
Within the first day, we have the teachers rearranging the room, getting the students up out of their seat, engaging actively in small groups. So their minds are turning very quickly as they adapt to this, and it usually takes them a couple of days to get engaged. But it's a great thing to watch.
Sure. I know that's a very good way to try. What does the whole program benefit the Chinese teachers? Do they like it?
Yes, of course, and not only in teacher, school, everybody supported, even how to say education department, because after they see the result, you know, the teacher can learn a lot of things. Teacher can be our American teacher's assistant, TA, you know, put it in each room, and also sometimes we give extras teacher training.
I see. Do the teachers teach at the same class? I mean, the American teacher and the Chinese teacher, or they take turns?
No, they teach in the same class. We'll have the local Chinese teacher.
Oh, that's even better.
Will serve as kind of an assistant to help the American teachers to translate in places where they absolutely need to.
I see.
And also help to keep the students in line so that they don't get too out of hand.
Speaking of translation, though, there must be quite a language barrier, especially in the early stage, right?
It's just first 1 day and 2 days needed,
Oh,
But,
exactly?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I've been going back and forth to China since 1992, and I have seen the growth of the English level on a whole in China. And I can say without a doubt that the level of English of students in China has come up dramatically. So there's still a little bit of a challenge because the way Chinese students learn English is usually reading and writing first and speaking and listening second, if ever.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But the level generally has come up to the point where most of the students can follow along. At least the students that were getting into our programs.
I see, I see. All right, very good. And what would benefit the school, though? For a school, oh, by the way, when you bring the American teachers to the school, to the Chinese school, though, how about their budget? Do they have the budget to cover their expenses or even the salaries, please?
This is a completely tuition-based program.
So
the students
what do you
are
mean by that?
Well, the students pay for a camp, and
I see.
we provide that, and we partner with the school in order to do that.
In other words, it doesn't bring any burden, extra burden to schools, does it?
No, the schools do benefit some financially. They're able to make a little bit of money in the process.
Oh, I see, I see. The school can, as a sponsor, one of the sponsors, can benefit from the program.
Yeah, but that's not the main benefit. Right now, there's such a huge impetus in Chinese parents and families to look outside of China for international study programs.
All right.
And so many schools in China are trying to develop these international programs. And this is a test run for many of those schools.
I see.
If they enjoy the program and they want to do that, they can start with this. But then we're also helping them to find partnerships with American schools, create sister school agreements, and international departments so that they can attract those students who are looking to study abroad.
All right, very good. So, my dear audience, we're talking about something very new, brand new here, talking about bringing American teachers to China's Chinese schools to let them test run a program called Leadership Exploration Academic Programs, right? So, joining me are my wonderful friends, Tina Yao and Aaron Rose. They both are wonderful educators, and they are successful so far, judging at the way they do and the way they are welcome in China. So, well, when we come back, we'll find out from our next category. We're talking about American class experiences for Chinese students.
Yes.
So you're talking about two-way straight, not a
Yes.
one-way straight,
Yeah,
right?
let's bring them back
sure.
over
All right.
here.
We'll be back.